breaking the color barrier 60 years ago. All right, we'll take some calls. Welcome to Mason Radio at 107.5 the GPR. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mason. How you doing?
Great, sister. I'm good.
This is Nicole working for Sodexo at DTE Energy. I want to say hi to all of my coworkers at Mason. You are really making my morning. Steve Harvey has nothing on you. Can you play a song for me? It's called Zoom by the Commodores.
Zoom, yeah, we'll hit that for you.
Okay.
And bless you, girl. Have a great day and a beautiful weekend.
You have a better one.
All right, thank you. Love you. That's hot. Hey, caller, good morning. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hello, how you doing, Mason?
Great.
Okay, good. First of all, I'd like to start off and saying thank God for bringing you back to Detroit Radio.
Bless you.
Okay, thank you. Since you're playing old school song, there's a song I've been looking for, and it's out of print, but I know you guys got it there at the studio, and it's by the Brides of Dr. Funkenstein, Never Buy Texas from a Cowboy. Could you find that for me?
We sure will dig down and find it for you.
Okay, then I appreciate that. And one other question, when something's out of print, can you refer me a place where I can find it?
All right, here's where I want you to start. There are many places you can go online, for one.
Okay.
Second, you may just want to just pick up a phone and punch up Street Corner Music.
Okay.
Tell information it is 13 and Southfield Road.
Okay.
Tell the people at Street Corner I told you to call them, and they'll go all over the country and look for it for you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right?
Okay. God bless you. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for sharing your morning with me. I think that's hot. Hey, caller, good morning. Welcome to the show. Turn your radio down a little bit for me. Nope, we lost him. Okay, so listen. Here's another story for you. You remember the group Roger, Troutman, and Zapp. I don't know how many of you have ever spent time in the South, but when you go south, there's two kinds of music that hit hard. Crunk, rap, that's one, and the blues is the other. When you talk old school in the South, they talk old school blues. Roger Troutman and Zapp played a lot down in the South. One of their major players by the name of Big Rob. He was so fascinated by the way the South took to blues. He had this fascinating idea one day. He really wanted to know, how would a blues song sound with the Roger Troutman and Zapp music to it? He was then taken by a particular song that he thought was so apropos, he couldn't wait to get back to Dayton, Ohio, and fool around with it. He liked it because of the women that he met, who thought they were too good to go to holes in the walls. You know, them clubs that look like they should be towed down, and they still standing strong, and everybody goes to them. He remembered a woman he tried to take to a hole in the wall, and she didn't want to go. When they went back through the South, he remembered this one particular record. He brought it back, dedicated to her. He put the Zapp music to it. It is Mel Waiters. It's called The Hole in the Wall. Mason Radio, this is the GP.
1075. Yo.
Mel Waiters.
It's a hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall. Shorty, come on.
Oh, yeah. The hole in the wall. Somebody go with it right now.
To that hole in the wall. Mason Radio.
Yeah. Mel Waiters, Big Rob, out of Dayton, Ohio. Member of the group Zapp. He couldn't resist, boy. I like that. Hole in the wall, man. Yes, sir. It could be a hole-in-the-wall corner store. It could be that hole-in-the-wall cleaners. Sometimes it just feels good to go in there. Now, you can pretend that you don't deal with holes in the walls. Maybe you don't. I do. A lot of people do. It's just got a special feeling when you walk into a hole in the wall. Most hole in the walls hold a lot of history. That's how they became a hole in the wall. They look like they should be torn down. It looks like you don't want to go in there and eat. But there you go. You may not want to go in there and party, but there you are. It's there, winter, summer, spring, year after year after year. That little hole in the wall is a historical mark for you. And somehow you just got to go to the hole in the wall. Mason Radio, good morning. All right, now look. Here's a kid who went to college down in Tuskegee. He wanted to be a horn player. He wasn't very good. But he joined a group of friends who let him in the group because they could use a saxophone player. He was okay. And he did a little background singing for him. He could also beat out the drums a little bit. This is Lionel Richie and Zoom.
Maybe
it's Mason Radio. This is the GP 1075. Welcome to the weekend. Lionel Richie. Now there's a story and there's a message for you. The message for you, because you're still contemplating what you do best. He wanted to be a horn player in this group so bad, he was okay. Then he had a decent voice. I mean, he could sing, but he wasn't like really great. So sometimes in looking for that thing that we want to do, the thing that we really do is tucked away in there. Where he was an okay horn player and they let him in the group, where he was an okay vocalist and they let him in the group. The one thing that Lionel Richie could do that they couldn't do, Lionel Richie could write. He could write better than everybody in that group. And that became his pot of gold. So you may be doing something and you may not match right up to it. But remember, whatever it is you're doing, there's something that you can do better. That gift that God gave you, that he didn't give to the rest of the group. Whatever that group is, you think about that and remember that. And zoom on. Lionel Richie and Mason Radio. This is 107.5 WGPR Detroit. With the big story, it's Chuck Roberts.
Good morning. 34 degrees, 8:02 now with the sun shining. This report is brought to you by your Chrysler dealer. Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick plans to fix the city's budget without layoffs or service cuts. A key point in the plan is a proposed deal that would lease the city's half of the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel to Windsor for 75 years. The lease would give Detroit $75 million this year toward reducing its deficit. The deal is supported by Windsor officials, but is still incomplete. Still on the subject of money, the Detroit Board of Education has approved the contract for new Superintendent Connie Calloway. She will earn $280,000 annually during the deal. That translates to a nearly 70% salary increase from Calloway's current position as superintendent at Normandy Schools in suburban St. Louis. Board member Jonathan Kinlock was critical of the contract because of Detroit District's budget deficit.
Didn't we just tell our valued students, teachers, and parents that we had so little funds that if we didn't take drastic action to save money, we wouldn't be able to make our bond payments and could be taken over by the state for the second time?
The contract was approved 8-3, though. It is for 3 years with an automatic 2-year renewal. Calloway could earn about $30,000 in performance bonuses. She is due in town for a meeting next week and will take her position in July. Talking about positions, Don Imus and the Rutgers University women's basketball team met for a couple of hours last night at the New Jersey Governor's Mansion. The meeting was held to let Imus, who was fired from his radio job with CBS yesterday, talk to the players about the remarks that resulted in his dismissal. Dr. DeForest Soares, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Lincoln Gardens, mediated the get-together last night. He told NBC's Today Show this morning,
"It was productive but intense. I've never been involved in a situation that intense. 3 hours of vocal expression, 3 hours of pain. There were tears. There were stories told."
And that leads us to the big story. Big story this hour about the man, Jackie Robinson. This Sunday is the 60th anniversary of Jackie Robinson's breaking the Major League Baseball color barrier. On April 15th, 1947, Robinson took to the field for the first time for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Teammate Don Newcomb followed Robinson's footsteps from the Negro League to the Dodgers in 1949. Newcomb says Robinson was a great motivator on the field.
He taught me how to be a winner. And he said, every time you come in on that mound, I'm going to make you mad because that's when you pitch the best. And he would do it on purpose. He would do it on purpose. He'd make me mad and make me win. And that was the whole bottom line of why we won so many championships, while Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella and Don Newcomb were with the Dodgers.
Newcomb said he was disappointed about a newspaper writer who once polled baseball players, and many hadn't even heard of Robinson. Hall of Famer Duke Snyder was on that historic 47 Dodger squad. The Duke said he thought Robinson was the perfect man to break the color barrier. He also remembers when opposing players would sometimes aim at Jackie's leg when he was playing in the infield instead of trying to hit the bag.
Well, there was an awful lot of obscenities and an awful lot of violence involved. He was playing first base, and a lot of the runners would come down there instead of stepping on the bag. They'd try and step on his foot or his leg.
And Snyder says only a handful of Dodgers players had an issue with playing alongside of an African American, and some of his own teammates didn't even accept Jackie.
There are 4 or 5 guys that passed a petition around at the start of the season, wanted everybody to sign it. They wouldn't play if he was on the team, and nobody signed it except those guys. And they were soon traded or whatever. They weren't on the ball club the next year.
Baseball Hall of Famer Dave Winfield was there last night for Jackie, and he told the crowd,
I played it hard, I played it right, and conducted myself appropriately, but I was always aware that somebody might put a glass ceiling on my accomplishments, my achievements, how I would prove myself in this game because of my color.
Jackie Robinson died in 1972 at the age of 53. And as fate would have it, Frank Robinson is the winner of the first Jackie Robinson Award. The former manager of the Washington Nationals picked up the honor at George Washington University last night. Robbie says he keeps the first black player in the big leagues in his thoughts all the time. It's the National Minivan Sale at your Chrysler dealer, where you get a factory-installed rear DVD player at no extra charge, plus cash allowance of up to $4,000 on 2007 Chrysler Town & Countries. See your Chrysler dealer today for all the details. Right now, 32 degrees in downtown Detroit. I'm Chuck Roberts for Mason Radio on 107.5.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chuck Roberts.
You're welcome.
Long before there was American Idol, people just found out the best way they could how to try to break into the music business. This next story is the story of Denise and Neil. Neil, who lived here in Detroit, on Detroit's west side, had met a girl in Chicago. And to impress her and to try to get her to come from Chicago to Detroit, he said he knew Stevie Wonder. You don't know Stevie Wonder. Neil said, oh, yes, I do. You don't know Stevie Wonder, she said. And Neil continued to say it. He said, I do know Stevie Wonder. I just want to get you here so I can hug and kiss you. And I do know him. So Denise said, well, you know, Neil, I like to sing. He said, I know. I can introduce you to Stevie Wonder. She said, no, you can't. Her mother was against it. Her mother wanted her to be a nurse. But she liked Neil. So Neil convinced her that she could meet Stevie Wonder. Well, it didn't quite work out that way. But somehow between all of that stuff, she found out that Stevie Wonder was going to hold the auditions for background singers. This is from Kissing and Fooling Around with Neil. She heard that at a place called Wonderland Music on Detroit's west side, in the back of the store, Stevie Wonder was going to audition background singers. People said, hey, it's not true. But it happened. Stevie Wonder bought a keyboard, set it up in the back of the record store at Wonderland Music. She showed up and started singing. And her life changed from that moment on. The story of Neil and Denise Williams. And after that audition, she went on the road with Stevie Wonder for about 3 years. And then she went solo. You remember Denise. Denise Williams. And Free. Mason Radio. 107.5 the GPR. Boy, remember that album? This is Niecy. Mason Radio, 1075. Hey, caller, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mason. How you?
Great.
Hey, I want to hear this, Dusty. I don't know if you got it. It's called Richard Dipple Field. If it ain't one thing, it's another.
All right, we'll see if we can get that on for you.
All right, thanks a lot, Mason. All right, bye-bye.
All right, that's the group Player. These are some kids from a rich neighborhood in California. They actually went, and I'm not making this name up, to Hollywood High School. They were in such love with soul music that they put their band together and had a big hit. That song also appeared in the movie, Baby Come Back. Wow. All right, it's Mason Radio. We got some more of this stuff to go. We're just taking it easy, throwing them back. These are some throwbacks. It's some old schooling. That's all we're doing. Just fooling with some old schooling. Mason Radio this way. And I got some more stuff. We're going to take you back to some funk. We got some funk, too. Boom. Boom, boom. Got a lot of funk to do for you, too, this morning. It's Friday. You on your way to work? We got some funk for you on 1075 WGPR.
It's time to live the mortgage experts. 800-333-ROCK.
Hey, Metro Detroit, I'm David Hall from Rock Financial. You've heard us talk about our exclusive programs, but did you know you can check them out for yourself? Go to rockfinancial.com. You'll find a ton of valuable information. Learn about our exclusive programs, get the latest on interest rates, and even contact or look up your mortgage banker. It's award-winning and waiting for you. Rockfinancial.com gives you answers to all your mortgage questions with just a couple of clicks. Learn more about purchasing a new home or refinancing your current home. You can even figure out your own monthly payments with our exclusive mortgage calculators. You got to find out more. Call the mortgage experts today or visit us online, rockfinancial.com. Check it out.
It's time to live. Yeah. 800-333-ROCK. The mortgage experts. 800-333-ROCK.
A Quicken Loans Company. Equal housing lender.
See, what I tried to do was cut the deal so that you could take advantage of it. So don't wait. Marola Chevrolet will put you in an Impala, 2007 Impala. Ask Rochelle Smith. She has a steel gray 2007 Impala from Marola Chevrolet. She pays $169 a month. She went in there worried about her credit. She walked out of there with the keys and the steel gray 2007 Impala. Chevy Tahoe, you crazy going around town trying to get in one, when Marolas will give it to you at $389 a month. Trailblazer, you got kids, $219 a month. That's your payment. It took me months to work this deal. All you got to do is go in and get your car. 586-775-8300. You can't remember that number? Information. Get me Marola Chevrolet now.
Detroit. Backed by popular demand.
First Rain Entertainment presents the hit stage play
The Soul of Music.
May 11th through the 13th. This Mother's Day weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Get your tickets today.
Call the Millennium Center box office. 248-796-5198.
Soul of Music.
This is the stage play everyone is talking about.
Written, produced, and directed by Mr. Red.
This is Detroit. This is Antero McCoy, better known as Reverend Dr. Deacon Cleotis, inviting you out to the Soul of Music. Listen, it's going down Mother's Day weekend, May the 11th through the 13th at the Millennium Center.
Tickets available at the Millennium Center box office in Southfield and the A-Spot Barber and Beauty Salon on McNichol and Dodgeville on 7th. Or call the Millennium Center box office, 248-796-5198.
The Soul of Music.
Get ready for a spiritual and musical journey that'll make you laugh, cry, sing, and dance in your seat. Bring the whole family to see the Soul of Music. Mother's Day weekend, May 11th through the 13th. Showtime Friday at 7:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m. Tickets for all shows are just $20.
The Soul of Music.
Don't miss it.
Hey, Michigan, it's Mason for co-op
Co-op Optical. Frames. Jones of New York. Gazelles, Guess, Hummer, Steve Madden, Rockaware, Via Spiga. Transition lenses. You gotta have them for the sunshine and the shade. More customers are now finding the hottest spot for eyewear. Co-op Optical. Buy one frame, get the next frame free. Detroit, you can find them at the new Center 1 location, East Point, 8 Mile, Dearborn at Telegraph, and still more locations throughout Southeast Michigan. The lab is ready. It's the state of the art. Frames. Buy one frame, get another frame free. You got me? Co-op Optical. Call 313-366-3290. Co-op Optical. Call them today. 313-366-3290. Co-op Optical.
Helping you on your way. Here's the WGPR traffic update.
This traffic update is brought to you by Crittenton's Emergency Department. Well, we've got the sun out there, but still a couple problems that haven't been solved. 96 at Jeffries eastbound at Farmington Road. We have an accident. The left lane is blocked. Traffic is backed up to 275. It's in the clearing stages, however. I-75 northbound at Trumbull. Accident on the right shoulder. Traffic is backed up to the Ambassador Bridge there. 96 at Jeffries eastbound between 94 and 75. Heavy traffic. They're tapping the brakes. You're coming up off the gas on 75 southbound between 8 Mile Road and 94 because of heavy traffic in pockets this morning. When seconds count, Crittenton's Emergency Department is close by in Rochester with an array of highly qualified physicians. Crittenton's informed experts keep you expertly informed every step of the way. Crittenton's Emergency Department. I'm Chuck Roberts for Mason Radio on 107.5.
All right, it's Friday, and Shawnee D is doing a benefit to help some people out. We talked to her yesterday. Just wanted you to remember where this is. Shawnee D, good morning.
Good morning.
Man, you sound like you just rolled over and fell out the bed.
I've been up vacuuming, drinking coffee.
Hey.
I'm about to go for a jog.
Slow down with that drinking. Oh, you said coffee. You got to get your words together. Because you say I'm so separate. I've been up all morning drinking. Then you said coffee.
Yeah, and then you think of me as such a negative.
Yeah,
I know you think I meant like a glass of liquor, but no, I meant I've been up drinking my coffee. I vacuumed the house, and I'm just getting ready for my show.
You're trying to be a responsible adult today, huh?
Yes, I am.
All right, the show's going to be where?
The show is going to be at the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, which is on Stimson Street between Woodward and Cass. And that's tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Show starts. The doors open at 7, but you can, go to the show. The show will start at 7:30 sharp.
All right, and ticket cost how much?
The tickets are $10 in advance and $12 at the door.
Sounds good. And it's going to benefit?
It's for a very good benefit.
I know that. What is it?
The
She probably doesn't know.
Rescue Mission Ministries.
Okay, there you go. Say it. All right,
is
that's
where
good.
it's at.
Shawnee, I'm proud of you that you're going to do a benefit for them.
Are you proud of me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me hear you say. Let me hear you say where it is again.
It's at the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries.
One time. Let me hear you say Detroit.
Detroit.
No. Detroit.
Detroit.
You can't say it. I didn't think you could.
You're trying to get me to say it the way I say it so you can make fun of me. You know I'm protected.
You are funny to me, Shawnee D. I love you. Good job. I'm glad you're going to do something to benefit the community and the ministries over there.
Love, y'all. Come out tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
At 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Open. 7:30. Show start promptly. I myself will be on the show. Horace H.B. Sanders is stopping through. Mailman.
Just a bunch of good Detroit comedians.
Yes, they supposed to drop in, but like I said, even
long
if
as you're there, that's what counts, Shawnee.
Exactly.
Now it'll be where again?
Again, it will be at the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, which is on Stimson Street between Woodward and Cass. $10 in advance, $12 at the door. No alcoholic beverages, please.
Lord have mercy. That's good for you, Shawnee.
That is good for me.
I love it. Thanks for the call. You stay out of trouble till I see you Monday.
Yes, sir.
And have a great show. Good for you. Now get off.
I love you.
No, get off. All right, good. We got her off. All right, caller, good morning. Hi, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mason. How are you?
Good.
Okay, my name is Clifton Burks. My partner talked to you yesterday about rappers.
Sure, go ahead.
We had dropped off our CD this morning. I just wanted to tell you I really appreciate you giving us that opportunity, and thank you very much.
Okay, brother, you're very welcome. Bless ya. Bless ya. All right, caller, good morning. Hi, welcome to the show. Caller?
Good morning.
How are you?
Hi, Mason.
Happy weekend.
Hi to you and the rest of the crew. I would like to know if you would play for me some Ohio Players, something off the Sweet Sticky Thing album.
Okay.
That's for Judy, and you have a very happy weekend.
Judy, you have a great day, too.
I will.
Speaking of the O Players, the Ohio Players. From Dayton, Ohio. Here we go, everybody. Ohio Players, Mason Radio, 107.5.